win ratio, actually, 6-2. Here in 2014, he is 2-1.
Yeah, he went 4-1 last season and was kind of one of the core players for CJ, who did very well last season compared to how they started this season. But a solid player. Oh, DRG is 5-6. He seems to be kind of on the rise again. He's 2-2 against Terran, and he's played some very difficult opponents, most notably Flash. That map on King Sejong Station, one of the better matches to go back and watch if you missed it. A long time ago now, but we'll see. He seems pretty calm. He does not seem very nervous or stressed going into this one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to comment on. Usually, you know, he's bouncing up and down in his chair like a bunny, you could say, or just like really, really nervous in the booth. But even though this time he is down 0-2, he looks pretty good for this one.
Certainly does, man. Well, the map is the King Sejong Station, the map he's picked before. Let's find out if CJ is going to take the clean sweep, the 3-0, or if MVP is going to get onto the scoreboard.
LGA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here in the top left, in the yellow for CJ Entis, the Terran player, Bunny.
To the bottom right, in the teal for MVP, the final boss, it's DongRaeGu. Now, I'm going to blow a lot of people's minds with this. Yours as well, maybe. Are you familiar with Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
In original development by Sega, Sonic was actually a rabbit.
What?
Yep. Sonic was actually originally developed as a rabbit. Decided to change his character to a hedgehog, so it made more sense that when he crashed into things, they would die because of the spikes that he has.
Ah.
But
that does make sense.
But he was originally, you know, cast as a rabbit. That was why he was so fast. If you don't believe me, look it up. It's true.
I'm going to look that up, actually.
I remember reading
this. I'm
this,
pretty interested about that.
And it was pretty cool. I saw some old design pictures. So, you know, he looked actually good as a rabbit, but I liked the hedgehog that he ended up being. Do you have a favorite Sonic character?
Well, I always used to play as Tails, being a younger brother, in all of these Sega Sonic games. But my favorite character was obviously Sonic.
Okay. Well, did you play Sonic the Hedgehog 2 the most, like everybody else?
I'm pretty sure. I'm
how
not
many
exactly
times?
Sure.
How many times did you play Green Hill Zone and then go to the second level, but the boss was really hard, and then you guys got a game over? Like, how many times?
Well, my brothers were actually really, really good at the game, so they kind of just carried me. Like, there would be times where I would just, like, fly off screen. They just didn't care. They just went through the game and be fine. So I was just kind of the younger brother that just played with them and didn't really do much.
The toughest zone was Metropolis. The last one before you go to Death Egg, man, that one has 3 acts. I remember when you get there and you're like...
That one was really hard, yeah.
The music on that level was so sick, though.
Oh, yeah.
I love that level so much. But, like, I remember getting there with my friends, I'm like, oh, this is so hard.
If we stream tonight, I wanna put that music on, actually.
That's a good idea.
I wanna relive those memories.
Maybe we should just play Sonic 2, man.
Just get that emulator up and just play it. We should do that.
We could. Now, let's take a look at this game. Bunny's ID has distracted us down for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. We have a hatch first into pool first. Pool after gas.
Yeah, and Bunny's going to throw down his CC over here. Just going for a pretty standard barracks expand. Getting a couple of Marines out. He's actually going to float his barracks towards the front to remake that wall.
It is notable that recently DRG beat Team Liquid's Bunny, and now he's facing CJ's Bunny. Of course, in Shoutcraft, that happened.
Yeah,
Slide mentioned that. Interesting stat, or I don't even know if I would call it a stat, but just a humorous mentioning.
Yeah, Bunny actually floated his barracks over to the front, and then maybe it was to check for the Overlord.
Yes.
And then he floated it back. So not much going on there. Starts a second command center. May see mech here.
Yeah, we've seen mech a lot on this map, and DRG has died to flash mech on this map. I think like we should now use that name to describe any sort of mech style that involves a very fast push to the third base, flash mech, because it seems like it fits the,
because it's flash, like
yeah,
very fast.
It fits the movement, and also Flash used it, so I like that idea. But
we can do that.
But as it is, I mean, if you can secure 3 bases easily on any map and get 6 gases, it's going to be a decent map for mech. And if you consider all the choke points on this map, things get even better. There's a lot of open space in the middle of the map, but you know, the more important points are, of course, the defensive points. And once you cross the middle of the map, things get scary as a Zerg trying to defend against that very strong mech army. We may not see mech, but it looks that way with no Marines being produced right now whatsoever. And, of course, just adding that reactor down. He's just getting that bunker ready. It'll be interesting to see if he actually commits to mech or not. Because, again, I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but if you play mech in a televised match, it's so important. You really need to be a player who's familiar with it because it's still the least developed style right now in StarCraft 2. And I just don't know if Bunny is as comfortable with that style just yet.
Yeah. We're going to get a good look if he does decide to go for this. But this is very interesting. Baiting the Marines out of the bunker and sending in a bunch of Zerglings is DRG. Gets a bunch of SCV kills. Fortunately, he goes for that bunker. Needs to retarget. Yeah. 3 SCV kills there.
And, you know, well, that was weird. Okay, wants to make sure the wall is tight. With double eBay going down here, we're not going to be seeing mech. Most likely. He could change his mind.
Unless he's just using that for buildings to block the wall.
We've seen players do this back in the beta, back in tournaments like on Steps of War. We saw players do like double eBay walls and stuff to wall off their bases because they have so many hit points. But
yeah, but we are having Stim down,
yeah.
So
no mech. Sorry, mech enthusiasts. Not going to happen today.
Yeah, he is going to go for the double upgrades with Stim as well. He made a couple of these Hellions just to come in here and poke at the third, get some scouting information done. Very fast units can just do this very quickly.
Now, the third CC is being moved over, and I feel it on this map. As long as he sets up another bunker over there, he's not really going to have too much trouble defending this. Even sends a group of 4 Marines over. That quartet will check around for overlords. Doesn't find any.
Did you ever watch the kids movie Grandpa's
Magical Toys or something?
Magical Toys.
Is that
Is that
the movie where like
there was a clown?
I don't know. All I remember is my cousins would play this one song about I don't know what it was, but there was like a beaver or something with like buck teeth, and he would say ham bone.
That was the clown, man.
That was the clown. I don't know, but like I just remember this like ham bone. And my cousins thought that was so funny, and I would play that all the time. But that's all I remember, man. That's all I know.
But did you see the other one? It was like Grandpa's Musical Mansion. That was it.
No, I don't.
That was the best one. I'm going to show you some videos of that later tonight.
Okay.
Usually you're the guy who's showing me the weird videos of stuff from your childhood, but tonight is my night.
It's your night, man. Well, 71 Harvesters here for DRG. He's powered up the drones pretty hard, and his creep is getting pretty far out there. I mean, he's got the lair timed out here to get Baneling speed in time for any sort of 1-1 pushes that may come across the map. These Zerglings will be cleared away. Not any harassment done. He's actually getting a wall set up over there, so this game is going to stabilize for like a little bit because I don't think Bunny's going to be able to do much damage with the timing that we see for DRG's. Baneling speed is 1-1. It's pretty crisp.
No, it's a very crisp build out of DRG. We just see Bunny kind of going very economical, getting a fast third base, getting double upgrades here. He's going to sit back for a while. Seems like now he wants to start dropping. We're going to have to see how much damage this does, but not much aggression before this. DRG is going to come in with the counter attack. He's actually going to catch 1 Marine and go towards the third base now. There's not much over here. Yeah,
he didn't make that bunker I was talking about earlier, and he's going to pay for it with a few SCVs. Hellbats over here are going to be happy to fight the Zerglings. They do eventually go down. I would say that was actually a pretty even trade. This group of units over here needs to get out. He's not getting a whole lot of damage done, and DRG shuts that down pretty hard. The issue, of course, is going to become the upgrades here. DRG is slightly behind in attack upgrades. He keeps those even, but the 3-3 is going to be his worst nightmare. Now, great position here by Bunny. He's going to trade so well against the Zerglings like this.
Yeah, Baneling's come in, though. He is forced away. And now he's going to drop here at the 4th. No defense here right now. Could pick off this Overlord.
Yep, and he's going to keep the Hellions on the high ground, which means that when the workers come over to mine, they're going to have some trouble. Queen finishes off the medevac. A bit funny that that happened like that. Double drop comes into the natural. He is everywhere, but with Baneling's speed, not going to be able to stick around.
Yep, and Mutalisk on the way as well. Spire just finishes. He's gotten the +1 for air units on the way as well. DRG's in a very good spot. None of these drops are really doing that much damage. He's got 4 bases now up and running.
Really don't like I really don't like the comp that Bunny is building. He's going into Hellbats, which we've seen so often in the past, just do not work well against Banelings. And in small numbers like this, even Zerglings don't care about them. They're just totally ignored here. Yep. Widowmines would have been a much better choice. I mean, he's lost total control of this game. DRG's barely up in supply, but he is crushing everything that he faces. He's killing, so many groups of units. He has total map control. He's forced workers up the line at the third base and at the natural. And
just barely misses the SCVs there. Nice try out of DRG trying to burrow those Banelings, but like you mentioned, I mean, so much damage being done here.
It's still really important to note, though, that the 3-3 upgrades are going to be started soon. As long as he can afford them, if he can hold on here a little bit longer. He didn't lose too many Harvesters there. He's at 62 versus the 66 of DRG. He's pretty light right now. And the harassment does continue. He's just not getting a whole lot done with this harassment. Once the Mutalisks are out, as they are now, that kind of stops. Let's see how much damage he gets done to the creep here, and if he can poke at that 4th. This is a really important timing window. Both players at 2-2 here. In just a second, that armor will finish for Bunny.
Bunny getting a nice spread on this creep right now. I just wonder if there's too much here for DRG. We're going to have to see, but he's getting a nice spread right now. He's going to start targeting down that hatchery.
There's 10 Banelings, but I guess he's not confident to fight with those. He wants to wait for a few more. And with only a few Banelings, the Hellbats become more efficient. He's actually starting to do so much damage against those Zerglings. How good are the Baneling connects? Let's find out. The split on creep is decent. Well, there's just way too much DRG here. He's going to push this back, start killing the last of those Marines, maybe even pick off some medevacs here, and Bunny's army melts. He's lost total map control, and 3-3 or no, this is a great spot for DRG. Now all he has to do is remake his 4th base and kind of relax here.
Yeah, after holding that off, Bunny did a decent job. He had a very nice spread. He was able to get that hatchery down, but after that, just way too many mutas in the air. It doesn't really matter how good your splits are if there just are enough mutas here. He's even going to be able to come in here at the natural and start getting some SCV kills, start focusing down those turrets being made as well.
Yeah, could even go for the E-Bays later on because they're in a very vulnerable spot. The Mutalisk count is just so high, Brendan, at 21. He's just going to laugh at medevacs like this and fly back.
I mean, before the mutas were out, Bunny was trying to do a really nice job of just having his multitasking all over the map. I mean, the multitasking was very nice. He was dropping at the main, dropping at the 3rd, dropping at the 4th. He was all over the place. He was trying to push as well, but now that the mutas are out, it's kind of hard to continue with that play style. Like you said before, I don't really like the composition as well, and I mean, look at this. There's not going to be, even just one Widowmine here would have been much better.
God. The AI on the medevacs as well makes them all exposed, and there's no depot wall here. DRG showing again why he is the final boss, crushing this army, and it's looking pretty rough for Bunny right now. He has enough Marines here to deny the Mutalisks. His 3rd base is resecured, and he is trying to get that +3 attack out. Doesn't have the armor. He's going to trade really well against these Zerglings, funny as it is.
Yep, no connects with the Banelings either. Mate going to the SCVs, but look at this, dropping again at the 3rd. There's nothing for defense here. He's going to have to pull the drones. Could start to focus down that hatchery as well. Does clean up in the main, though.
Yep, actually, if he gets this hatch, you know what? Is he going to get it? 79, 56, 34. No, does not get the hatch. If he got that hatch, I would say this game could swing back into his favor, but a nice deny here by DRG. Will clean up the medevac and even splits his Mutalisks into 2 different directions to make sure no other medevac is coming in to just send 1 or 2 Mirars to snipe that hatch. That would definitely do it. This base is exposed, but the creep spread is so good for DRG. He has the Banelings pre-made.
Yeah, this time DRG has an even bigger armory. He's not going to even wait for the hatchery to go down this time. He's probably just going to go in. Starts with the medevacs, follow up with the Zerglings, and now here come the Banelings. How good are the splits? Starts to micro. It just doesn't look like it's enough here for Bunny.
Oh, does not look like it at all. Down now to 50 army supply. So many of that in medevacs. They're about to blow up here. He's trying to boost away. Good starter step here by DRG. The Zerlings alone on the ground should be enough to push this back. He's got 9 more Banelings rolling through to help finish the game. Medevac's dropping like flies here. +3 is going to finish, but just in time for Bunny to probably have to type out here pretty soon. He's now at half the supply of DRG. He's lost mining at his third base again. More SCVs fall. He's down to 37 Harvesters. And these Mutas have nothing to stop them. No turrets, no Marines even. I think this is going to be the end of the game.
Yeah, that's got to be it. You can just see in numbers 48 Harvesters killed by DRG to the 8 of Bunny. Given all the harass Bunny was trying to do earlier on, that can't be the right number there. Bunny's going to have to GG out here.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, he's trying to hold on. He's trying to fight tooth and nail, but he's just got nothing to work with.
He's being pulled from both ends right now.
He's unraveling, man. The dominoes are falling.
Yep, not even being allowed to drop down that CC. There's the GG.
And DRG brings his team back into it. We will see that 4th match now. Really patient play from DRG, consistent mechanics, keeps his creep spread up, never late on the Banelings, never too greedy. Yep. Constant harassment. My favorite part of that whole game was when he sent the Overlord in and just came in to snipe SCVs with a small group of speedlings. Just these little things, you know, that life, the Startail player is famous for. You see this this sort of influence maybe on DRG's play.
Yeah, this is the kind of play that we see a lot out of DRG when he's very calm, when he's very confident. You said before you were worried about sending him out third here, but I think against Bunny, he just felt like he was the better player.